Hello and welcome to my tutorial on the Mongol Scenario, Civilization 5. On the deity setting, you got to take out all 8 civilizations in 100 moves or less. I believe this is one of the most challenging scenarios / achievements to get. If you can play this scenario well, you can pretty much do anything on this game. Just like I'll tell you in poker, you want to get good at poker, just learn to play heads up. Start off heads up. If you can beat people heads up and get confident with it, you'll be fine. 4-handed, 6-handed, 8-handed, full table. So, alright, there's many ways to beat this game. I'm sure there are a lot smarter guys out there that can do this a lot better than I. But I'd like to see most of you beat me at this game. And I'm talking to you, Matt Cline and Zach Parco, you little bastards. And now I'm going to show you why you two combined would never beat me at this game, or any other game for that matter. I'm a Gen Xer. You millennials are troubled from the start. But I love you guys. Alright, so here we go. I'm going to assume most people have a basic understanding of this game. And I'll tell you a few things as I go along, but I'm just going to talk to myself for the most part. I'm not going to edit stuff. I cuss once in a while. I cough, I sneeze. Dog might bark. Alright, first I'm going to put it on production. You want to build all your military as quick as possible and as large as possible. And I like to give my city a little personalization. Normally I name it Kill 'em All for many reasons, but this is for my one buddy. Love you. Dildo. You need to watch Outside Providence. That's a funny movie. Alec Baldwin's best role. Next, we're going to go to our science. Get this out of the way. Ideally, you want to get to machinery for fast and long travel on the roads. Now, you can't research these just normally in the game, so you're going to want to get them as soon as possible through getting free tech from taking out each civilization completely. So, ideally, we're going to pick construction, and then by the time this is done, we're going to have the first guy out, so we can pick that as our first free tech. And now we want to do our social policy, because one's ready to go. Attention to detail. We're going to take the military tradition, because we want to get our combat experience twice as fast. Because you want to get to the double fire option as soon as possible. Alright. Now we're going to save our ponies, so no production yet. We want to use it in our negotiations with our first enemy, this cat. We're going to trade him everything we can. Open borders, horses, silver. And we're going to try to take as much gold from as possible. I found this is his cutoff point around here. He takes it. Now, a lot of people don't know this, but I'm just going to go ahead and renege on our deal, declare war. Tell him to shove it. We get our horses back, our silver back, but we keep our gold. The happiness, you're going to try to stay on top of it early in the game, but midway through the game, just give up on it. It's not going to happen. You're just going to have to fend off bad guys popping up wherever, whenever, but it's a good way to learn how to improvise on your feet in this game. So we're just going to fortify our horse down there, because he'll be sending troops up after us. We'll move our Keshik and Khan over. So you always want to keep your troops together. If none of you have been in the military or played this game a lot, you want to move in formations, and you get bonuses for being next to your guys, attack, defensive, stuff like that. And it also helps ward off guys when you got to badass row of dudes, they're gonna back off. They're not gonna try to attack you if they come at you wrong. So it's good for many reasons. Now what we're gonna do with these guys, now that we've robbed our buddy and got free money, we're gonna update all the keshiks. And I do a lot of keyboard buttons, so you won't see me over here pushing this a lot for my options. So I'm just gonna hit U and update all of them. And you want to try to move your guys as far as you can in your own territory before you update. So you save those as on your next move. Your workers are key in this game. First and foremost, they're going to build roads in the beginning. Once the roads are built, they're going to start spamming trading posts everywhere because you need money to finance this army. You never want your gold to go below zero, or your guys will take a hit in fighting. And you never want your horses to go negative. Your guys will take a hit in fighting. And you don't want that at all. So we're going to pick a horseman first for production. Now, he brought a guy out. He saw my horse, his horse, but he didn't see the rest of my guys. So you know he has a scout somewhere probably right here. So what we're going to do is I like to bring my battle groups over in position before I start just willy-nilly firing at crap. So they're all next to each other, and you notice, you know, you're near general and near adjacent friendly unit. You're getting a 30% bonus. So you always want to do that. Plus it scares the computer. So we'll fire on him. He's gone. The capital's over here. When you play this game enough, you'll know where everything's at. And ideally, you just want to logically follow the roads. So let's go look for that scout. The roads will let you know where to go. Alright, so he's there. Let's do this. We'll bring both these guys down. He's near the general. We're going to take him out. Now move 2. We're going to start our second war hool. We're going to hit this guy. Some city-states you want to take out and some you don't. But these guys, we want their horses. And Western Zia, we want to take out quick. And first. So we're just going to update this guy. Now we got 5 soldiers. We'll just start him over here. Now these workers, I'm just going to move them up 1. And I'm going to piggyback these 2 guys. It's a good trick. There might be a better way to do it, but this is how I do it. I do it 2 at a time. And he'll build those 2. This guy will build these 2. This guy's going to go down southwest here. And this guy's going to bust out a road over here to the east to this capital. And this way. And you're going to link up the roads and then start building gold. We're just going to leave them there. There's a lot of little tricks to this game. I love this game. It's very mentally challenging. It's a combination of risk. What was that one game? Settlers. That was a great game. Crossbows and catapults, if you're old enough and know that one. I love that game. This game just makes you think. If you want to get good, you got to think. And that's what good soldiers do. They think because you want to stay alive. All right. You fire on the soldiers, you get 4 experience, which is great. You're going to want this guy out of the way eventually here soon. But these 2 guys, I'm just going to use them to fire. See, he got 6. To fire on this capital here for a while to boost them up quicker. We're going to piggyback this general back and forth here. Alright, let's see where is... this guy usually has a couple horses and then this dude. So we're just going to hit him. There's a move people don't know. Like, oh, I want this guy to fire, but I don't. Just take this guy and right-click it where you want him to go if he still has moves. And you notice he'll switch. Now this guy's up front, ready to fire. and I'm going to hit the city and get him 6. I try to switch them up if I can, just balance them out. I'm going to move this guy. Let's see here. I'm not going to fire because this guy's going to bring his forces up, and I just don't want to mess with healing stuff right now. But it's alright for you guys to take hits and get some experience. Good hits are from cities with no one in them, and then a city with an archer, because they really don't do much, and you'll get some experience out of it. Right now we're in rough terrain, so I'm going to get this guy a rough terrain one. You want to kind of keep them balanced in your battle groups, like wherever they're going, whatever terrain is predominant. You know, like have 2 open terrain and 1 rough terrain, or have 2 rough terrain and 1 open terrain. So you can hammer both different types of squares. So there are some guys when they get fortified, they're hard to take out if you don't got the right guys. So that's a little thing that helps out a lot in this game overall. So it's more open terrain over here with these guys. So we're gonna pick him. Go back to these dudes. This guy is not important, so we first want to try to take out these horses. The general's over here, so we'll play here. Ideally, if you can fire without moving, that's the best. Let's just finish his army off. Now, no one's there. I know this because I've played it a lot. So, we're just going to move these guys in, pound this city out, and then take one of these guys over here for the capital. Get him a city fire. Just get him out of there. Now they both got 10 and 10 experience. So just in case, it's always a good habit to fortify your guys in case some jerk comes out of nowhere. Because every game is different. The computer never plays each game the same, or person. And normally I like to clear everything before I start a move over here. It's just good. So we're going to do him a rough terrain as well. They're both rough over here now. We'll do him open terrain. And then we'll just commingle them later. Now these guys are both just going to fire a few times on the capital. Wear it down, build up quick. Now to fire, you notice I'm also not doing this. It is fun, but it just takes fucking forever. Looks neat though. And being a mortar guy, I like indirect fire a lot. But I just right click my mouse. It's another quick movement. So if you just right click when you're ready to indirect fire, it'll do the same thing. So right now, if you wanted to, I'll show you. Just fortify this guy. Let him be. And we'll let him take a hit. The general's here to protect him. See, so he got 4 experience, but that's all he lost in his stuff. So we'll do that with the next guy over here. So the general's here. We're going to fire with him first. And you can just do the fun move, castle it. It's neat. It's a lot more liberal in this game than in chess, though. Now we'll just fortify this guy. But also we're going to move this guy over. Because now the archer, he's on a hill. Oh no, he's on the plain, so he can't fire anyway, but whatever. This horseman, I want to kind of keep him balanced, one here and then one there, so they can attack on both cities and not take as much time to recharge. Because you're going to try to use these first two guys a lot. You're only going to bring out 2 horses. And abuse a lot of cities real quick, so you want to kind of push it with them. Alright, now my horse is done. I'm going to start kicking out Keshiks. We want to use up all the horses that we can. I notice the general's not back here, so he'll take a little bit bigger hit. But it's not much. And I right click to move my guys too. You just put the mouse on where you're firing, and then the mouse on where you're moving. I use the right click a lot in this game. Now this guy took the hit, so we're going to fire with him first because he can move the most, and bring him with these other guys. Doesn't matter if he's near the general or not. Now we want to bring these guys because there's another city here. We'll bring these 2 down. Ideally, I did that wrong. I'd want him closer to the general, but he'll be fine. Now here we're just going to create a puppet. If you annex it, you can build stuff. It takes a few turns, but it's more on happies. I don't want frownies. I don't want to build shit out of here, so I'm just going to do a puppet. We're going to heal this punk. These workers piss you off sometimes when you say, hey, do this, and they do not fucking do what they're supposed to do. Now we took over that city state. We got new horses. So we're going to take 1 and move him here and update him. And we're going to take this one, and he's going over to join this group. Now we're going to have 2 battle groups, these 2 and this one and this pony, and then these 3 and this ponies. I will dismiss you like all women. I'm just kidding, Mom. You know I love you. Alright. Now if your first promotion, you'll notice you'll get all this shit. And people will go, oh, city is great. And after you get a double fire, I recommend mixing one city in with your groups. But you want to get to double fires, and you got to continue. You got rough here, so we're going to go rough 2. And then you got to do rough 3. And then after rough 3, you get double fire option. And now you turn each guy into 2 guys. And then you can just start crushing people. So we're going to go through, and you'll just see everybody just getting their second rounds. Alright, now this general can just go back over here and stay here. This guy is going to come into fire, but he can't fire without getting away. He only has 2 moves left, so if I move him here, he's screwed. Plus, in his territory, it slows me down 1 because of the Great Wall. So I'm just going to go ahead and heal him because he's right next to the general. And then we took that guy out earlier, so we can park this fool here, fortify him. Now next turn, we got 3 guys to fire on the capital. And a horse ready to beat him up. And you're just trying to link him up with this road down here. And then this guy's going over this way. You'll get another general here pretty soon. We're going to fire on his city. I don't think this guy can get away. Yeah, you can. Ooh, look, we got a new con right here. He'll spawn at different places. And I think he heals guys better if he's right next to him. Don't 100% me on that. But now he's protecting everybody within 2 squares and right next to the guy who needs him. Go to hell. Just keep on building them up. It's one thing I hate about this game. It doesn't stay with its group sometimes, and it's very fucking upsetting. Now this guy's ready to join the action. And it's key to find good spots to like fire from, because you can't fire over rocks, so if you get on rocks, so being able to read the maps and stacking guys in proper orders, like land infantry guys later in front of your indirect fire guys for protection, it's going to fortify them here for a while. Yeah, I'm tired of telling you this. Alright, so you can come out. Just going to move Khan in. Alright, she took it over. Now, she does this differently every game. Sometimes you get a couple fires. We only got one in. So what we're going to do now is we're going to start our third war in 8 moves. 7 moves. So we want to try to get as much money out of her as possible. So I'm just going to say Archer for a second. And don't forget to change it back. We're going to trade her, because now we got 2 horses, more money. See how much we can get out of her. Yep. Alright, we got $333 repeating out of her. Now we're going to declare war. What? Yep. We get our stuff back. We get our monies. Now we go back up here. Because we're not being idiots. Put our Keshik back on. He's still 5 moves. Nothing changed. We got a lot more money. And now we're still just attacking the same city. Now, having you guys next to each other to attack people, you get 10% for adjacent friendly units. But on a city, you do not. So it really doesn't matter on the city, so don't go out of your way. And we're just going to back them all up here. And fire on her. One more time. Fortify this cat. I guess we'll just back him up one more time. Adios. That was Japan. We just ran into a scout saying hi. City grew. He brought another dude back. Alright, he's on a hill. So she's one of our hill people. See, he's gone in one shot because I used the hill people. Lothar. Motherfucking hill people. That guy could have got him. I don't know what they're doing. got some dudes. You knew. My next guy should take out the city. So even though he's way back here, he's still near the Great General. And we're just gonna burn that shit to the ground. See how I didn't hurt him much? He's getting tougher. And it's good to keep your guys on the road because they can move far anyway. But when they're on the road, they can move even further. So ideally, we want to keep them on the roads. But we're going to take him off just and move him back one. I don't think they'll take this city because it's going to be raised. I don't know if they can attack my guy or not. We'll see how all this works. So I can't just put him out. The city's gone in one turn, so I don't know how this works. See if he's still alive. He's still there. They don't get to touch him. Alright, now that guy's double open terrain, double open. We're going to get him a rough terrain, so they each have one. These guys got two rough and an open now. And now this guy's being a total dick, dude. I hate it when the computer does this. He totally just jams in my game. And I can't start a war with him this early. Crap. Sometimes I do this just to see where I can fire on. And he's going to prevent me from taking it over on this turn. Because I can't fire with this guy from anywhere. Because if I bring him here. Oh, I hate this. This is what happens when they're buddies or allies. So he's trying to be a cock blocker for a move or two. If he doesn't move his ass next time, I'm going to take him out. And I'll start a war. It's not worth it now. Alright, let's get our horse out of here. There's another city right here. Now we're going to hammer real quick. But first, let's use our rough guy. Get our general over here. Finish him off. Let's just get rid of castle him. Alright, now we're all on the road. We're going to heal. Now they're ready to attack here. Sometimes guys come out of the blue and shit just happens, but it's like I said, if you don't have a scout or eyes on, it's tough to do because you can get stuck in some terrain and you guys get ate up. I'm just going to close all those. And I'm going to try not to reset anything. If I lose a guy here or there, except for an important Keshik, then I'm not going to restart it. Move him here. Finish him off with that. We're going to create another puppet because we don't really care to build stuff. Again, I'm not done with this fucking group, you jerk. Some reason it gets tricky over here. Hit him up. Normally you wouldn't move your guys that close to land infantry guys, your indirect fire guys, because especially horse guys, they'll just take it pounding. But he's hurt halfway. I just took his capital. I got 3 dudes that he can openly see. My guess is he's going to retreat back to his home over here. I don't think he's going to touch it. So you gotta learn to push the boundaries too a little bit with this game as well. And when you're playing other people. Just like in poker, you gotta be smart, calculated, but you gotta be aggressive. You gotta have the balls to do stuff. So I'm gonna park him here just in case he gets any fucking ideas. Now again, I'll try to. Sometimes I just fire on stuff and you can't really see what I'm doing. Let's see if he bugged out. Yep. It's not going to work out too well for him. Alright, next promotion, he can double fire. Same with him. It's good to always check these enemies, barbarians, and your stuff. They'll let you know every turn where shit's popping up. Sometimes I hit this button to fire, like, I don't get it because I'm on a hill, but I can't fire on the hill. It's weird. Just gonna bring Khan over here for now. Let him chill. Take that guy out. Move him back. Take that guy out. Put him here and heal him. We're gonna heal the horse. I am not done. You know this. We're gonna be able to move one more time. How big of a hit he'll take. These guys and these soldiers. I'm just gonna back them up. Jerk. Alright, we got a new cache. Now try to keep